welcome. My name's Nick Whiting, Head of Product for BT Redcare, and today I'm joined by Melissa Harrison from the Fire Protection Association. Welcome, Melissa.
Good morning, Nick. Firstly, I'd like to say a big thank you to BT Redcare for again sponsoring our Infozone talks. It's great to have you on board again to support everything we do at FIREX. You're going to be starting the day's talks with a discussion on the move to all IP. Following your talk, we're going to have a session on competency. Competency has various different approaches throughout FIREX. There's lots of different talks. On our stand, we're going to particularly focus on looking at how one achieves competency through training and education. We're also going to look at how we achieve it through third-party accreditation, which is the session at 10 o'clock on the Thursday. Following that session, we're going to do an update on Grenfell Tower. These talks will have run 3 times, so each day of FIREX. And they're largely going to focus on the independent review of building regulations by Dame Judith Hackett, but also looking into the FPA's viewpoint on the report and if we feel things like the British standard testing on cladding is fit for purpose currently moving forward.
And who's giving us that talk on the Thursday?
The talk on the Thursday will be undertaken by Pasi, which is one of our well-known, respected technical experts at the FPA. He's been with us for around about 20 years, so he will come along and share his experience with the audience there. He's a very popular speaker and lots of people will come just to see Howard talk. Following Howard's discussions, we're going to look at evacuation. We're going to take a different approach to evacuation this year, and we're going to look at the human behaviour during evacuation. An expert from the University of Brighton is going to talk to us, not only sort of from a fire perspective, but maybe looking at it from things like a terrorism perspective as well. So what people go through when they're thinking about trying to get out of a situation, whether it be for fire or for other purposes. Following that talk, we're going to have a session on hot work, which is again going to be delivered by Howard. We believe, looking at the contents of the Hackett Review report, that sort of the secondary industries need further support and education. And one of the big ones is construction and looking at fires that occur on construction sites. And the approach to managing hot work is a really big topic for that area. So we're going to look at how you can put measures in place to control the fire safety when you have hot work being undertaken. With respect to any other talks on that day, if people would like to come along, they don't need to book, they just need to come up to the stand, but we do recommend that they get there nice and early to secure their place because they're very popular. Lastly, the talk I'd like to focus on is Nigel Chandler from the Residential Sprinkler Alliance. He is one of the most popular talks, again, that we've seen in action at some of our events. And he's going to talk about the retrofitting of sprinklers to buildings. It's a topic that's covered a lot. However, Nigel has a different approach to it. He looks at the cost of it, which I think a lot of people are very interested in. He breaks it down in a very easily digestible format as to how much this will actually cost an owner or a business employer to retrofit sprinklers into their building. So again, we anticipate that being an extremely popular talk and providing some really good practical advice for customers.
Okay, and what time will that talk be on?
Nigel's talk is at 2 o'clock on the Thursday.
Okay, thank you very much, Melissa.
You're welcome.